What's going on, Crewmaru? It's another Crewmaru Monday, and today I'm going to be repairing I think this might be one of my first Mondo repairs ever. A client sent me the He-Man from Mondo. I'm not sure, I think there's a new one coming out, but this is the first one I'm guessing they did. And you can see here, he's got a pretty gnarly ankle break. And this is fairly standard break. I've seen this break on a lot of figures before, and I think we should be able to fix it if there's nothing out of the ordinary or crazy that's going to happen with this one, but you never know what can happen in a very standard repair. Over the weekend, I actually had to buy a new screwdriver because my other one broke. My old trusty one broke. So I'm trying out these guys here. These are a lot longer than, I don't know if, we'll see if I like them. I'm used to these little cheap guys right here, and so these are a little bit longer, but for the cost, these were pretty good. And so we'll see how well they do up against the old hammer. But hopefully these will work. Comes in a decent case and got all these. I think this was like maybe $8. So still cheap, but we'll see what happens. What's going on, Esteban, Brian, Julian? What's going on, guys? Yeah, so let's see what we can do tonight. We're gonna start by removing the peg that's in here. And yeah, you know what? I want to see if I can't change. It's kind of bothering me, the color temperature on this thing. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, let's get some warmth in here. All right. So yeah. First step is to, as I said, heat up this guy right here, and we're going to use our trusty heat gun for that. It shouldn't take very long. I'm not familiar with what these pegs look like. Like I said, I've never repaired a Mondo before, so we'll see what happens. Ow. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can't pry this guy out. That's going to be hot enough. See what the issue is here that we had. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just stick it in there like that, like kind of off to the side. You can hold it up, and sometimes it'll stay, sometimes it'll just fall, but it's a good way to keep this away from your hand so you don't burn it, and you can get a better grip and a better concentrated focused heat on here, because this guy needs to heat up a lot more. You got to be careful though, because when you do this, you end up heating up the screwdriver, and if you touch it, that's not good. You don't want to do that. Cool. Let's see what we got here. That is a hot shoe right there. Man, it's got like, I can't tell if this is from mine or it's like some residue here. Let's see if we can't, how far we can get down in this guy, and see if we can't. I feel like I just heard a pop in there, so the issue could have been that this guy was stuck in here. Golly. Trying to go a little slow so we can get that out. Alright. Yeah, it seems fairly standard. I'm trying to see if there's any like markings here or something that would suggest that it was what the issue was. We'll see here. Well, What's going on, Samurai Chris and my man Ori? Glad you guys are here. Tonight it might actually be a shorter stream. I might actually have to cut off tonight around 8 o'clock. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do, and it feels like it feels like you just never have enough time. You know what I mean, to do things. But we're gonna see if we can't get this He-Man fixed and back to the client tomorrow. If I can knock out this guy, and I was working on a Batman all day yesterday. I was working on a Batman all day yesterday. Check this out. It's like that old, it's for a guy in Australia. It's this old DC Superheroes Batman. And the leg had broken off right here, basically in the crotch area inside. So what you have to do is you kind of have to go in with a tiny flathead screwdriver and you crack open right here, correct? So I kind of went down. I saw a seam already, so I was like, great, because once you crack this open, basically the crotch and the back piece, whenever you put them together, they form the swivel peg. So you can't crack the crotch piece before you crack the abdomen. If you try and do that, you're going to end up breaking the crotch piece and the swivel. So anyways, I had to crack this open, and as I was doing that, I did one hammer right here. I hammered in here, and then this leg broke off. It made no sense. I was like, all right, dude, well, it's a good thing you sent it to me. I'm going to fix both legs. So I fixed both legs. I got them incredibly, I'm very happy with this repair. Usually they don't turn out as that good for DC superheroes or DCUC, so I'm excited about that. But then I had to get the abdomen on. So trying to get that back, it was like heat pressed from original, from the factory. So that took, it took so long. I was mad because there's a ball peg that comes down, and it's pretty large, that goes into here, and it was loose. As you can see now, it is not loose. It's doing very well. But it took hours and hours and hours to get this chest, or this waist. Like, you can see this waist is it's very tight, and it's in a good way. I like this. But right now, I was just getting ready. I had to sculpt over the sides. You can barely see it, but I had to sculpt here and here to fill in some of the gaps, just because it just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. And last night I had to put the top piece on. I was really happy, and then I got it today, and I see this, and it's just kind of this repair has kind of broken me down a little bit. I won't lie. It's not bad. Like the arm, he said he didn't even care about that, but he appreciated me putting in more work. But the arm, it's only if it's straight down. There's it's not as bad as I guess it was, as I think it is, but it still bothers me because there's no way to fix that unless you crack open this chest, and that would mean another day with me, which really sucks. But I need to go in and paint right here. It feels pretty dang good, but just, I don't know. I was trying to get this guy better than anybody has ever had this figure, and I just kept running into little things that took a very long time. Sucked. Oh God, it was bothering me. So anyways, back to He-Man. Oh, my man Soul Brothers here. What's up, man? So cool. You guys are great. Enrique, thanks for showing up, man. Appreciate it. Hope I haven't missed anybody. Thank you guys for showing up. Again, let's get back to this. Well, the way we would always start this, let's see if we can, kind of using a new setup here. I think this looks much better. I'm using an iPhone actually right here, and this is my computer camera, so you can tell. Let's see what we got going on here. So far this is looking pretty good. What I usually will do, no matter what, is let's see if my big one will work in here. Oh, it will. I like to go ahead and sand some of this down just a little bit. You don't have to turn it on a crazy high speed, just to get rid of some of the excess junk, because you can see it around the edges here and whatnot. I think paint was stuck in here, and I wouldn't be surprised if this disc is stuck whenever we get to it. But if not, then it was definitely the reason why this broke was that the peg was stuck inside of here. Let's go ahead and knock free some of that junk that's in there. A lot of times you can take a flathead or even Phillips screwdriver and you can just kind of do that around the edges, kind of go inside and just twist it around just to kind of knock any of that junk out. Let's keep our peg over here. All right, so I think I can actually reuse the factory peg. I don't think a screw is going to do what I want on this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our stronger screws here. These guys are amazing. These are the 17 by 9 millimeters, what they say on the bag. Like I said, these are my happy little accident. I ordered these on accident once, and gosh, I've used the crap out of these. They're really good for anything that's like a 6-inch scale and above. Anything smaller, like, well, when you start getting like into import joints, then these don't really work as well as you'd want them to. But either way. So what we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole through here, and then we're going to insert this here, and then we're going to drill a hole in here and put it in this foot. But what I'm seeing here, and this might be our issue, there's already like a hole. I think there might have been a bubble, and that's what caused this to pop, to crack. You can see right here that there's already like a bubble hole right here. So we'll see if how that affects us. So before I insert this, I want to break this free and see how far the screw will go into here, so we know just how much screw we need to leave on the outside of this, which this hole's looking pretty big. So that kind of makes me nervous. We'll see how this works. So what I want to do is we're going to heat this leg up. We're going to heat up this ankle. See what happens. And there's a pretty thick wash on this, so I'm pretty sure what's going to happen here is this disc got stuck due to all of this wash. This is some really thick plastic. It's crazy. Oh, Scoot Man, I want that shirt that you're talking about. I love Letterkenny, dude. Alright, so we went ahead and you know what, let's use our new screwdriver. Let's try it out. See if it's got the stuff. Alright, so what we're going to do here is take this small flathead screwdriver and go in through the sides. Let's see what's going on. Oh wow, weird. Let's see if we can see, if you guys can see any of this. A lot of times I'll do that, kind of press it away from the sides, and then I'll try to kind of go in through these front, like this front seam like that. Not too far. I don't want to go in too far, but just enough to see if there's anything there to kind of break up. And we'll do the same in the back. Be very careful. Don't press down too hard or whatnot, because you can always slip and stab yourself. Just always be careful. Make sure each one of these seams is kind of been broken free. We don't know if it's gonna, sometimes it can get under here. I don't know how thick this is. It looks like it's gonna be fairly thin. I'm not sure. So what I'll do is anytime I have a situation like this, I'll grab the my needle nose. We're going to grab it and we're going to see if we can't move it just with the needle nose. Having a hard time. Okay, so if it won't move with the needle nose, we can try it with the larger ones to see if we can get a better grip. It's moving just barely, but I can't tell if that's a stuck move. It's going to go back or not. So what we do is we're going to take our drill bit here. I think this is a 1.2. There's a little plastic in here I'm trying to get out. Hang tight. Let's get that. Let's get rid of that plastic that's in there. I think it's from the Batman I was working on. A lot of times you can just take a razor blade, literally press it up against it and just twist like so, so it follows the threading up, and it'll clean that out. So let's go ahead and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill into this like I would be repairing it. So I'm gonna drill straight down into the hole here that's provided for me. Now I know I've gone too far into this. I can almost, I'd be willing to bet I went way too far in there, and that's okay. I meant to go down, because it usually you can either feel when you've gone past the hard plastic and into the more softer rubber. That time I didn't. But let's see here. Where did I put my screw at? I feel like I took those screws out. Did I not? I feel like I took that screw out and then just put it back in the bag and put it up. Alright. Also, I found a pretty cool little technique the other day, that if you can't open like a Ziploc bag, if you do this, if you twist it, like slide the pieces horizontally instead of trying to pull the bag apart, it'll most of the time, like, it'll just break free. I saw this on a, where the hell did I see that? I got a what did I get in the mail? What did I get in the mail? It was a smaller company, and they're like, hey, thanks for choosing us or whatever. If you're having a hard time opening the baggie. Oh, it literally was used baggies. Like these little these little bags like so. I use these a lot in either sending back repair pieces or organization and whatnot. And I ordered them like a used, basically the box had been opened on Amazon, and it came with a little card, and it was like, hey, yeah, do this, and it opens them up easier, and you don't risk like tearing them up. So for what that's worth, if any of you guys needed that little nugget of information, it's actually, I've used it a ton in the past since I've learned about it, so I thought that was kind of cool. All right, since we have a hole drilled in the ankle part here, there's that dang. There's the screw from before. Let's get rid of that one though. That one's bad luck. I'm not using that one. I'm gonna use the new one. There's a reason why we got this other one out. Okay. So let's see if we can't get a connection in the hole we just drilled. Feels pretty good. What sucks here is that there's this big hole in here. See if you guys can't see that. That's a little out of focus, but there's, like I said, there's already a hole here. But now let's see, can we move this with the screw that's in it right now? I think we've broken it free. Ah, there it is. So this happens from time to time, and this is always so strange to me that you'll be able to move it one way, but you can't move it back the other way, which is always strange. You know what I mean? So I was able to move it all the way this side. Now watch this. If I try to move it back, ow, God. Well, we got it back, but at what cost? Oh man. Checking for any. Gosh, look at my look at my finger. What the hell happened there? I was like pressing on it and I was like ripped it. All right, no blood. That's always good. Probably just internal bleeding. All right, so that moved back, but I'm thinking what'll happen is once we get the shoe, if we get it on, because I can feel that there's just a little bit of give here. I'm gonna see just how far we can put this in, and it's still bend for us. I'm actually very surprised how far this is letting me put this screw in. Dang, dude. Maybe I didn't hit the, maybe this peg goes super far down. Yeah, okay, that's really good. So that's great. The further you can go down into this plastic right here, the better, honestly, because that's going to allow us to get a much, much stronger hold. Way stronger than I expected. Wow. A lot of times what will happen, and as you could see what I was doing a minute ago when I had that up here, you know, I only screwed in just a tad bit, just a real tiny bit. I actually bent that thing. This is pretty hard to bend. A lot of times if you only screw in just a tiny bit and you try to push that and it won't go, what can happen is you can actually rip the plastic if you're too crazy with it. So you don't want to get too crazy with it. All right, so that's great. That's actually really, really good. The fact that we're able to move it back and forth and we're able to get this all the way in without this like feeling loose, which is always good. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and drill a hole through this guy. And I actually always like to start from the bottom, from whatever side is going to connect to the actual ankle. So what I do there, why I do that, is to make sure that this is going to be more centered, just in case something happens and we come out off-centered out at the top. So that's not going to matter. I just want to make sure that it's centered at least at the point of contact. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our awesome pliers, like so. These have a nice little divot here. I swear I need to make my own set of these, like, and then just sell them to people and be like, trust me, you're gonna love these. You're gonna love these. These are the Maru pliers. You're gonna love these babies. Got that Maru groove. Okay, so let's go ahead and drill a hole through here. Very simple. Keep it in the center. Like I said, this one's already laid out for us. It's pretty good plastic. Surprised it broke, but I guess it was due to the bubble. Wow. It's really good plastic. And you can see how I came out kind of a little off center here. And so now we want to go back through this side, the opposite side. Careful with your drill bit. I can break it. If it catches it and it goes off-centered a little bit, it can break it. But be careful. I'm kind of letting it just hang in there and like kind of chew away a little of the plastic due to the... This plastic's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It feels good. Like you can just tell whenever you've been doing this for a while if it's good stuff. I think let's see what we got here. Let's try it. Let's go and try this. We want to go in through the top because that's where we'll be going in at. See if we can't make a connection. Now, it's easy to make a connection on the ankle disc down there because there's a big hole for us. This looks like this is going to just be a perfect repair. I've got a good feeling about this. I got a real good feeling about this one. Okay. So we're screwing this in by hand. It's getting nice and like it's firm. It's firm. It's not too tight, which, you know, if it's too tight and you're trying to do this by, if you decide like, oh, I can't do it by hand and I'm going to grab some pliers and twist it in, be very careful. That's a good way to break off a threading inside, and that's not fun. If you snap a screw off inside of the plastic, oh god, it sucks, man. It really, really does. There's nothing worse, and I think you guys have caught me doing that a few times where I've got to go in and fix that situation, and that really sucks. It's not fun. You end up usually having to use a new screw or a new peg. But this is going really well. I think what had happened here is either there was paint, because like I said, there's a lot of wash right here. What probably happened is on top of this having basically a bubble in the cast, which just makes it extremely weak. I've seen that a lot. Another thing, coupled with a thick wash that's going down into the plastic here and whatnot, and you can see just how dark the wash is right there. You can see it's like almost black on this side. It's a real dark, rich brown. And then it's, you know, much lighter over here. Anyways, let's go ahead and we're going to straighten out our screw. So we're going to grip it right here to where the end's at. Since we bent it earlier, I'm going to try to bend it back just slightly. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and pull this little hook piece out right here, just a little bit. And we're going to grip it from the side here. See if we can't bend this the way we want it. A little more. Like I said, just kind of keep on. You might have to move it up just a tad so we can catch this little end piece here. It's looking pretty good. Bend it back. It's a little less straight than, there we go. And then that should be plenty. Let's go and double check. Yeah, it should be good. Like I said, I was really impressed with how far this screw went down in there, so let's try to smooth out what we can. And we're going to take this little top right here and I'm going to bend this down. And why I do that is so I can, whenever we're screwing this in, it's going to be way easier for us whenever we have something to grip. It just always helps. Especially if you're trying to do it with like something like this and you're trying to grab it and it just click, 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 click. It's nothing more annoying than your pliers not being able to grip, and then you're just stuck. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get a nice grip on here. I'm gonna move this He-Man out of the way for just a second since we're about to mess with some super glue, just in case. He's got some fabric on him and a very expensive paint job, so we definitely don't want to ruin any of that. Let's go ahead and see if we can open up our glue. I got some JB Super Weld here. This is my adhesive of choice, and it's looking like it's still open, which is always good. And what we can do, we're going to go ahead and, it's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and we're going to start kind of in the middle here with our adhesive. We're not going to go all the way down to the threading yet. I mean, you're going to go into the threading a little bit, but not all the way down the threading. Leave about a good 1/5 of an inch at least clean. Let's go ahead and start putting this in, and what this is going to do, it's going to start making its way through. Now, once it gets to like the little bending spot here, you are going to probably need to use your screwdriver, but your pliers. But since we already went through once, there's already like a nice tunnel that's already been made through here. See how I just clipped off of there? That happens a lot if you don't add a little grip like this. The tighter that hold starts getting, the harder it is to get a good grip. And also you'll notice that it wasn't perfectly straight. And a lot of times that actually kind of helps create a really nice hold, oddly as that is. Now it can make it harder to put in, but it's got this kind of weird diagonal hold now, and it's coated in glue, so you should be good. And I believe this right here is going to do us exactly what we want. I'm going to go ahead and give it one more turn. We don't want all of the threading sticking out, but we want a good amount. This guy's going to let us go pretty far with this, so that's pretty cool. So there we go. That's about right to where we didn't put any super glue. And for some reason, I keep losing my paper towels. I can only imagine, like, one night one of our cats or dogs threw up outside over there in the living room, and I just came running in with, like, paper towels. I don't know. I just could literally just bring a roll in here, but I haven't yet. So I do have a lot of this packing paper. This works just as well to wipe down the excess glue and then throw it away. So we need this to dry just a little bit. Be nice. Take a photo here real quick for the client. Put it next to the original screw here so people can see just how far it goes in. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Cool. So, yeah, let's let that, it's probably not going to take too long. I think we can go ahead and start putting this in. Since we tested it out a minute ago. Let's go ahead and put this here. Make sure there's no wet glue anywhere. And we're going to go ahead. Yeah, because I would, man, you get glue. Imagine getting glue on these fur boots. Oh, man. Nope. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put some glue down here. And enough to, let's see, where's my little, what I like to do is kind of, since there's that much on there, I like to make sure it's going to coat the plastic here. So one thing we definitely want is for this plastic to have enough glue on it to make a nice contact whenever it hits plastic on plastic. That's important, and so is, you know, the screw. This is the method that I came up with forever ago, and I continue to use it now. So we're going to go ahead and start screwing this guy in here. We already know that it's going to fit. And I can see where it broke. Let me see if I've got it flush. Anytime you do this, you want to make sure that you're holding on to the metal piece right here and not the peg. You don't want to screw it in via the peg. If you do that, you could potentially jeopardize everything you've worked for here. I want to make sure. Try to get as snug as I can. You don't want to go too crazy though here and like strip your work out. Just trying to go in a little more to see if it'll go in a little further, and I think that's about as far as we're going to go. It's got like a broken piece. I can see that there it is. Ha! There was like a little piece right here that was like a gap, and I moved it just a little to the right, and I think that's exactly where it broke. Wow. Yeah, it's fluid all the way around. That's rare. A lot of times what will happen is you get a piece that kind of breaks. So here it is, and it breaks like so, right? So when you're trying to screw it back on, you're going to end up hitting like it's the higher point is going to come in contact with the lower point because one point isn't moving, and then it just can really grind it up and ruin it. So that was actually pretty cool. It wasn't this one wasn't crazy or anything like that, but I've seen some that are pretty rough. One thing I do notice though is that there's a little bit of, from where I pried it out, this happens all the time. There's a little bit of imperfections around the peg. So what we want to do is take, let's see, we're going to take, I'm trying to think if I want to do a drill bit. I think I'm going to do a skinny sanding bit. And what we're going to do is basically get rid of some of that junk that is around the peg. And I'm pretty sure something along these lines is going to do exactly what we want. Let's go ahead and put this in our Dremel. I like to give it a little bit of length out like that. Okay, so while this is still drying on us, I'm going to go ahead and take care of any of this excess like plastic that's hanging out here. Make sure the peg's smooth. I have to take this. This guy's a big one. I have to like put him over here. Sorry. The next step is going to be, we're going to clip off this top here. Go ahead and take this out. I think it's going to be pretty good. Wasn't much, but I always like to go in just a little bit more. You never know if, like, whenever you put that, whenever you put the screw through the plastic like that, you never know if it's going to widen it out. It tends to widen the peg out a bit. So I like to, first off, as you saw me in the beginning, I like to Dremel out a little bit of the hole here where it's going to go back into, just because we want to kind of get that a little smoother. Which I'm looking at it now, and I think I want to drill just a little bit more. It's looking a little, still a little rough. I'm going to use my sanding bit though now. So we got it. And I think that might have just been some excess plastic that's hanging out. Nothing to be too worried about, I don't think. Yeah. I think that's good. Looks like there's, can't tell if there's something in here or not, or if that's just the weird bottom this thing has. Oh, okay, I had a little glitch there with my camera. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna clip this guy off here. So let's see what happens. Is that flashing? There's my eyes playing tricks on me. Oh! What are you doing? Don't do that again. I don't know. Like I said, trying a new setup here with this thing, but it looks like that was trying to freak out on me there for a minute. So, anyways, clipping off this guy. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and what I usually can do. You can do two things here. You can use larger wire cutters, like so, these bolt cutters. They're for small wires and whatnot. The only issue I run into with these is, while you can, might as well just show you, while you can do this, so we're gonna get, this is as close as I can get. Okay. Which that makes it look really, really easy. But then you've got this big piece. You can see that big chunk hanging off of there. That's all metal. And grinding that down would suck because this stuff is very, very strong. So what we can do here, and this takes not a lot of strength, but I mean, this can really, if you were to do this over and over again, it would hurt your hand, I imagine. So we're going to use some end clippers to clip this piece off right here. This is not a big, I need a bigger Ziploc. Hang on. These are all snack bags. Here we go. Keep a bunch of these things nearby. All right, so take like a Ziploc here. Let's see if we can do this. This is gonna be a little rough, actually. I don't even know if this will work. I think I need a much larger one. I need the big guy. Bring out the big guy. I need a gallon-sized bag here. See if I got one handy. Not that one. Not that one. I don't really use a whole lot of... The only time I really use a gallon-sized bag is if I'm stuffing like a ton of things in there for like a custom or something. Well, usually I'd put a bag over this, but maybe my hands will just do the trick. And a 3 and a 2. Okay. I think it's down here somewhere. So that cuts it about as close as I can get it with these guys. I don't think I can get it any closer than that. Yeah, I don't think I can get a grip. Okay, so now what we do next is I need to take my awesome Dremel, my Dremel 4000, and I'm going to Dremel this down just a bit to where it's nice and smooth. And that's so just in case whenever it does go back in the boot, just in case there was, if it fit flush against the whatever the peg is inside of there, you know, it won't cause any issues. So watch your ears. This is going to get loud. This is the Dremel 4000 going and doing its thing. Man, that guy makes such quick work of a job that could have taken so long. I love my little Dremel styluses here. They just don't have the. I guess you could do it with them. Technically, it would work, but it'd take forever, and then you're gonna burn. You risk burning these little guys out. You don't want to do that. Okay, so this is looking really, really good. Pretty straight. Bending forward, it's bending backwards. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. And we smoothed it out already. We smoothed out our boot. So all that's left to do now is basically we're going to heat this boot up, and then we're going to pop it back on. And then we'll test to see if it's going to do exactly what we want, which is bend forward, twist side to side as in a pivot, and not take the peg with it. So let's go ahead and we're going to put this, like I said, on the end of a screwdriver. We're going to take our heat gun, or you can use a hair dryer, or I know some of you prefer the hot water method. It's a good method. I want to say the hot water method actually might keep these softer longer. Since this is just a concentrated blast, and then it kind of, I don't know, cools down quicker, it seems. Let's go ahead and heat it up. Sure we get in there with the peg. Sometimes they'll go around the bottom of the shoe as well, so just kind of gives it an even heat. All right, let's see if that is enough to do it. These are pretty. It's got some bend to it. I'd rather do one more run with it. Right here, I usually focus on the area where it's going to be inserted. You don't really have to worry about the back of the heel or the toe. Really, I'm sitting at the center. Just keep that area soft. All right. So now what should happen, what we want to happen, is we're going to just pop this guy on, and that should be all she wrote. Let's go ahead and move this forward a little bit. Looks like, you know, because some of these guys actually come in at an angle. So, careful. Oh, I wish you guys could feel how satisfying that was. God dang, that was good. Look at that. There's no looseness at all. Oh, there's smooth. Yep. All right, cool. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let that cool down. Like, you don't want to stand him up yet on that foot. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that this cools down enough, because like I said, I like to heat that guy up pretty well. And God, that was really satisfying. That was awesome. Hey, what's up, Michael? Glad you're here, man. Appreciate it. Probably gonna be doing a a short one tonight. I think I'm gonna be done at 8 tonight. So just got a lot of stuff I'm wanting to do. I might be on. So I don't know if you guys, for those of you that do follow Dave Wonder, amazing guy, brings me on his streams. I don't know why, but he does it. Just had his second baby, little Miles, and baby's healthy, wife is healthy. Dave's tired, but he's healthy. He's taking a break a little while, but I think there will still be some streams going on. I know, like, Tiny Mang Tuesday, I think, might still be going on. And so I might be on that on a Tuesday or so. We'll see. But I don't think I'm going to do a stream July 4th. I'm really trying, if I can, to might take off this Friday and just look forward to a 4-day weekend with the wife and just try to get some more stuff done in my room and chill. It's just kind of bothering me right now. It's messing with me. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to this weekend. We were busy, and I want to really get this room in order. I was making a lot of progress, and it was great. And then all of a sudden, it kind of hit the brakes. So I don't want to pump the brakes anymore. I want to get back to organizing, dude. There's like, look at all these, like, there's boxes right here, and I've got so much. I bought so much organizational stuff. It's irresponsible almost, but that doesn't make sense because it's responsible to organize. So, but when you have so much that you need to, it's a little overwhelming at times. So we've been getting there, and I'm ready to get back into that. So that's exciting. So yeah, there will be no 4th of July stream from me unless something amazing happens next weekend, and I'm just able to do that. That would be cool, but I wouldn't count on it. I hope everybody has a nice 4th of July weekend. Nobody loses any fingers or anything like that. So, you know what I mean? Anyways, let's see, how's this? Still warm here, and you never know. Sometimes you have to be careful with, like, how things are going to react. Sometimes whenever these things cool off, they can contract a bit and take the peg with it. You know what I mean? They can grip around it. It's not real common, but you'll know as soon as you pop that on. That's why every time you see me reattach something, I will test it to see. Yeah, it just feels good. You just know. You'll know if you hear a crack. It's like, ooh, not good. Yeah, he's doing all right, man. This guy's looking great. Anyways, put him right here. Show you him standing. I'm sure you can see that just fine. No, he's looking good. Balance the He-Man. Look at that. We got him. Cool. Heck yeah, man. That's what's up. That's what I wanted to do tonight. I wanted to get that done. Next is gonna be, I've still got to do some work on this Batman. What sucks about this Batman is that he's got this permanently attached cape. So what I have to do in a situation like that is I'll take a Ziploc, and when you're working with something like that, especially because it's got super glue all over it or super glue's involved, I always take them and I'll see, we got him done. I'll put them in a bag like so. And then I'll try to Ziploc it as close as I can to the cape like that. And so we can set it off to the, kind of work on it like so. But yeah, the only thing, the cool thing about this though is that the where the sculpt is, it's not crazy noticeable. It actually looks better than it did before, but I am going to have to paint tonight, which means I gotta go get water and I gotta do all that fun stuff. Actually, what's cool is I went to where was it, Sally's or whatnot, where Christine gets like nail polish and beauty products and stuff. And I bought one of these deals. These are for like, I guess, hair dye. You can mix hair dye in it, and I guess you can put a comb in there. But I love this thing for, I use it for my little water paint deal. They're easier to clean. And so it's kind of cool to always have this around. It's pretty neat. I always use it for, like I said, my water stuff. It'd be cool if I had like something I could just like hang it on or whatnot, which I think you could actually do that with. As long as you trust it, whatever you're hanging it on. But yeah. So what I'll be doing later is mixing up some paint. I've also been using like if I get like a Marvel Legend or old Marvel Legends now, I guess, any figures that actually had these plastic bits, I would use them for my little palette here, so you can mix that stuff up in there. But I guess that's about to be a thing of the past too, because Hasbro getting rid of that plastic. I'm sure some other companies out there will still be getting crazy with it, but any of those old packages and whatnot that have this, you can reuse them. At least that's a little bit better, but you know how that goes. What's up, Saturn Score? I'm glad you made it here at the end. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate the support. Always a pleasure. I hate to cut it on you guys early tonight, but like I said, I've just got so many other things to do. They're just not, I wouldn't be able to entertain a crowd while doing so. In fact, some of it's going to be in my living room, so I can't exactly do that. I'm probably going to go eat, because that sounds pretty good too. I was going to eat earlier, but I was getting everything set up. I was setting up this new setup just to see what I thought, and I like it. I don't like that there's like little glitches every now and then in the camera, but it's something to keep an eye on and whatnot. But yeah, I also got this though. I got a few more minutes here before 8, so I'd like to. I did got this in today. This is kind of neat. It's a fun little packaging. Bought this off of 5K Toys. Oh wow, look how it's really big. Let's see, the tape is right here. You know what sucks is whenever you're like trying to keep something like intact with like tape, you end up like takes the graphic off. Dinner tonight is gonna be some smoked salmon and some veggies. My wife has been on a detox diet, so we've been all organic and no grains and no sugars, and except for natural sugars, and no none of that stuff, none of that gross stuff for you. And it's been good. It's been good. We're on week 2 now, and so yeah, it's good. It's good for the mental as well. So anyways, I bought this from 5K Toys. This is the Peter B outfit. I think it's pretty cool. Seeing that. Oh, remember what I told you? Check this out. So right now I'm having a little trouble opening this, right? So take your fingers and just slide it horizontally. Look at that. Like a charm. I if anybody else has issues opening Ziplocs, but that's pretty cool. We got ourselves a nice green jacket with some wire in here. This is nice. This is really nice. Dang, these buttons. And then we got some sweats in here. We got some sweatpants. God dang, those look small as hell, don't they? I guess they'll fit. I guess these are going to be really snug. I think these are supposed to fit on the Sentinel as well. These will fit on the Sentinel or Mofex Peter B, which is pretty cool. I keep a Peter B with me at all times, which is pretty cool. I have this, it's like a soft case, like a soft pin case. So take that out. Stand in here, and then I keep this Mofex Peter B. And I know some of you are like, that's crazy, why would you carry that with you? Well, first off, he's protected. Second off, my buddy actually gave me this body. It didn't have any hands or a head, and the knee was broken on it. So I fixed the knee, and now I got this like a little Peter B. So I bought a KO Peter, like the original Mofex Spider-Man, and so now I got all the extra hands because they look pretty good on here. I even went so far as to take the KO head, which I could probably do this with both. We only did it with the one. So if I'm not mistaken, this comes with two. And I had actually put some sculpt in here. And so keep in mind, this is the Peter B body. Pop that on, and it still looks pretty good. I like it. He's got the little pooch too. This is just one of my favorites. I love this figure so much, man. I will say though that I do believe the Sentinel is better. That figure feels like an absolute perfect action figure. It is ridiculous how amazing that thing is. But this guy right here is kind of my pocket figure, which is crazy. Because I'm not a giant Spider-Man fan, but man, did I love Peter B. Parker. I don't know how you couldn't love Peter B. Parker, unless you're like, Spider-Man's not supposed to be chubby. It's like, fair enough. But yeah, these these freaking these sweatpants. I don't know. These are like baby pants, man. I don't know how I'm supposed to get these on. Watch. I would like snap the repair I did on these, just trying to get some ridiculous sweatpants. You could probably, oh wait, I think you can take the feet off. I think you can take the knees off of these guys too. That's the whole point of the Peter B, isn't it? That might make it a little easier, huh? Maybe. God dang. Go ahead and mess with it. This always makes me feel weird. Like, whenever you gotta dress a freaking action figure. This is why I was, like, so against Mezco for so long. I was like, those are dolls! I was like, they got soft, good clothing. That means it's a doll. Unless it's a cape, I was okay with capes. And now here I am in front of the world trying to put sweatpants on a Spider-Man action figure that I carry with me in my backpack. So these are hard to get on. I don't know if did anybody else buy this outfit? God dang, look how small these are sweatpants. Why are sweatpants so tight? Really tight sweats, man. So the jacket is great. I'm really digging the jacket. The sweatpants are having a hard time getting on here. If I can move hopefully the pegs aren't trying to go down the same hole here. There we go. I think that's I think that's right. Yeah, just normal adult problems trying to fit sweatpants on a Spider-Man. This is the most... Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Just had to get the tracks laid for the train to get through. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's what that means. But gosh, I feel like I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna grab like a. I'm gonna get these on, and then I'm gonna end this stream. But now I've got this personal vendetta against these sweatpants here. This is a real struggle. Like this is what it's like to be an action figure collector. I'm probably gonna rip these things that I just paid like $28 for. $28. God, they seem to fit. They seem like they're gonna fit really well. It's just like, and I guess, you know, it's better than, like, I remember the first Mafex, or the Mafex Miles. That's the second Miles technically, but the one from the Into the Spider-Verse, and those shorts are so bad. Those are the biggest shorts, and apparently this company here, or whoever made this Peter B outfit here, they also did Miles, and I missed out on it, and apparently like the shorts are pretty good, but I missed out on it. I think this is where it goes. I mean, they'd be at the waist, right? The struggle is real, bro. Like, look at this. I'm having a hard time with this. I'm having to use pliers on him. And I think somewhere along the line... Oh, yeah, look, they, like, went up under his... You kind of want them, like, over the gut a little bit, right? All right, I think we got this. Let's see if we... Why is this so hard? Now I gotta, like, really push. Dude, the Sentinel version is, like, superior in every way, I would say. It's pretty dang incredible. Let's make sure I put these on the right way. Put the right calves on. I think this is the right one right here. Gosh, I feel like like I can't get these. I need to move these up a little further. I can't. It might have been a bad idea to actually take the legs off first. I'm glad. You know what? I'm doing this for y'all who are out there, like, who also bought this set. I think what's happening is they're getting caught up under the... I hope everybody had a good night. Dang it, Chris. Boocat says that's why I don't like wearing too many layers. Man, a freaking min, dude. I can't believe how hard this is. This is the most ridiculous... Okay, I wonder if, like, I can put this on. Okay. Okay. Without pinching it. There we go. Just kind of, there we go. Just work. There we go. Just got to work it around. Just work around it. Just work around it. Very easy. This is, guys, I can't tell you how easy this is to get on, really. It's pretty easy to get on the action figure. It's a real simple outfit. It's just some sweatpants and a jacket. Jacket goes on like butter. The sweatpants will give you an existential crisis when you're trying to apply them. You know what looks cool is whenever you hike up your sweatpants. It looks really cool. That's what it's kind of a style these days. If you guys aren't into style like I am, this is a thing that people do. They hike the sweatpants all the way up, just under the knee, because you don't want to get too crazy with it. just under the knee. Because otherwise, your knees could get cold. Especially if you're wearing a Spider-Man outfit. You know what I mean? Like, this is... Is anybody still in here? Why are y'all here? Y'all, you guys have better things to do right now. All of you have better things to do than to watch a man break on camera trying to apply sweatpants to his Spider-Man. I guess I don't plan on taking these off. Like, what happens if I put these on and I look at it and I'm like, you know what? I don't really like those. That's not that cool. Dude, it looks like a big chunk of that. The freaking... This is for my personal collection, by the way. And this is just kind of like... I don't like to put a whole lot of work into my stuff. Like, I like to help other people. So whenever I have to do like this much work to get, I don't know, let's say a pair of, for argumentative reasons, let's call it a pair of sweatpants on a Spider-Man. When I have to put this much effort into it, it's kind of annoying. God, dude. Come on. I hope some of you are as emotionally invested as I am right now. Can't celebrate America if Spider-Man isn't fitting his sweats. I think that's exactly how you celebrate in America. Is like, I can't fit in my sweats. That's how you know that's how you know you're American. I'm a chunky boy. Come on. There we go. Come on. Push. Push. Oh my God. His calves are not that thick. You know what? I don't personally wear sweatpants because I hate the way they like grip your ankles. Like, I guess I've got some house pants, but they're, I guess, flared or they're open like a regular pant. I don't want them gripping my ankles. I don't need that. It's the last thing I want. I don't need anything gripping my ankles while I'm trying to walk away. Oh my God. Why? I think we got it. Now I gotta look. Now I gotta shove all this threading back in because it came inside out. There we go. Let's get you back into there. I'm about to, man, I should, here's a live review for you. What do you think? Jacket's great. The, I don't know about the sweats. They do look good, though. I mean, they look good. Their stitching's nice. They're really hard to get on. Watch, you know what's going to be funny? It's like, they're going to go on, watch, they'll go on the Sentinel, like, no problem. Or, I don't know if we'll ever know, because I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get these off without destroying this freaking Spider-Man. I feel like we're there. I feel like this is it, right? Like, trying to make sure this, I think we got it. I think this is it. I think we are officially this spider. All right, let's go ahead and put on his regular spider feet, spider socks. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a freaking hand cramp from this. This is ridiculous. There is a wire in the bottom of the jet. There was. The wire's coming out of the jacket. The wire's out of the jacket right there. The wire is actually out of the jacket right now. It's right here. Check it out. Check this out. This right here, that's not actually supposed to happen. The fact that where does it go? There's wire here. There's wire here. How did that even happen? Did I rip it? Did I rip the jacket? It doesn't even make sense that this is all the way out, dude. I don't even know how that could have happened. I wonder. Oh man, did this just not get like? No, it's weird. I think it's supposed to go right here. Why is there so much of this? So all the way here, all the way here, all the way here. Maybe it goes like down here. I have no idea where this is supposed to go. It doesn't feel like any's missing. How's everybody doing out there? Y'all having a good night? You know what though? You know what happened earlier? We had no issues with that He-Man. And that's a good thing. I'm pretty sure this goes in under this piece right here and then hooks. I've seen something like this. I had to fix actually here recently. I opened up my older Mafex Thor that I bought from whatever it was, one of the Avengers movies. He's got short hair and you can change out his long sleeve for short sleeves and all that stuff. He's a pretty cool figure. Anyways, I picked him up and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna mess with him. And the wires came right out of the freaking jacket. And then also I got what the heck's his name? What's that weird skeleton magic dude? Atticus Doom from Mezco. And I get it, and like I open it up and the wire in the belt of his jacket is just out. It's like, oh my god. I'm glad you guys are doing good. That's good. That's good. That's what's important right now. What happened here is the question. There's like the weirdest thing to me right now is there are no loose threads, and so what yeah, it's right here. Okay, I know what happened. I don't know how it got pulled out of there. I guess it probably while I was manhandling this figure. Although, geez, man, this really got pulled out. So a lot of times what you can do is you can grip the fabric. I can tell. I think it's right here is where this thing's supposed to go in, obviously. Ooh, God. I feel like I'm going to bend it and break it. So what I'll probably have to do is cut the freaking wire, or either cut the threading and then re-sew it, which I just don't want to do that, man. I've been sewing like crazy here lately, and I don't really want to do any more sewing. Yeah, somehow this got pulled out, which you can usually do is grab and you can kind of bend it, push it in, and then bend it back. I just got to find out where the hole is that Man, but I don't understand how this came out. There's a hook. It's hooked, which means it goes in like this and hooks. So for this to be out is actually kind of weird. If the wire doesn't bend while you're moving it, you can sometimes hold on to like the wire, kind of push the cloth in on itself, and then as it gets closer, just kind of push this guy in and have it go back in. I think what I'll do is I'll just outstretch the hook. The whole point is for this hook to go in and catch on the end so it actually doesn't do this and pull itself out. But man, this thing looks mangled. I would take responsibility for it, but I wasn't really struggling that hard with the jacket here. But yeah, like I said, what you can do is bend it and then send it back in the way it came out, which is kind of awkward, but this sucks. This sucks. I didn't like some assembly required. Come on, 2K or 5K, 70K, Warhammer. Who is this? 5K Toys. I'm disappointed in this. Yeah, it looks like it just got like chewed up. So I'm pretty sure what happened was it got just sewed up right in here, but it never actually got into the jacket. Because there's no way I could have pulled this thing out. Like, that would have been, I don't know. That would have taken a lot of work. I understand like if a piece pokes itself out like the straight piece, but man, this is actually the hooked end that's supposed to be at the end. What's up, Big Boss? Thanks for showing up, man. I was actually gonna get off of here earlier, and then I tried to end the night on a little fun, and you know how that goes, guys. You know how that goes, guys. Trying to like work its way up here. Man, there's like threading coming off everywhere. Disappointed. Yeah. It just somehow came out of the threading here. And I don't want it to stay out of the threading, because if it stays out of the threading, what that means is Billy gets stabbed later on when he freaking forgets about it if it's not encased in some kind of soft cloth. I know how this game works. I'm trying to bend it to the size it is here, and then just push the wire, work the wire back in through the hole it actually came out of, which you guys aren't going to be able to see any of that. You have to be extremely careful not to stab yourself, because stabbing yourself with this freaking wire is a nightmare. I told you that freaking... Where's that screw at? Where's the screw at? There it is. The bad luck screw! It was touching. It was touching the freaking... Got screwed, guys. Got screwed. I almost have it, but I don't think I'm super happy. Pre-pandemic, if you told me some of the most riveting content I'd see on YouTube was a man trying to get sweatpants onto an action figures, I'd have said you were insane. And yet, here I am. Yeah. Yeah, here we are. I hate this. I hate this. This is stupid. So I've straightened the wire now. What I'm trying to do, what I want to do, is push the wire back in to the fabric. If we can get it in just a little more. Because this stuff is it's so thin don't have enough like room really to work. The whole point of it is you lay it in there, and then you put it over. You sew over the damn seam. Get out of my way, thread. Right said, thread. Get out of my way. Oh, dude, I can see... Dude, this whole freaking thing is out. And it broke. Alright. I broke it. What happens when you bend wire too much, ladies and gentlemen, is that it will eventually break. So there's no wire here now in this little spot, which I imagine you can just run. You could run another wire through here at any point in time, but I just, probably won't be doing that. So this little edge right here will never have articulation in this 1/2 inch. God, look at all of this. Leave Goliath alone. Is that what you want, Big Boss? What? Okay. Look at all of this loose threading. There you have it, folks. The 5K Toys Peter B jacket sweatpant combo. You can pay whatever you want for it. Yours will probably have the wire in place. And if it doesn't, that sucks. Don't come to me to fix it, apparently. You come to me to try to fix this thing. I'm gonna... Oh, look at that. There's the wire. No one... Dude. Yeah, something... This was a QC issue because that hook... Basically... What happened is it broke right here. What happens is that hook goes in and does like that. So it can't pull out of this area. And somehow it was out with the hook still intact. Which means that was out before I even saw it. Oh, I love kitties. Big Boss got a kitty. I doubt I'll send it back. I doubt they'll let me do anything with it because now it's been broken and whatever. I don't... I'm going to end this stream now. Guys, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done for the night. I hope y'all learned something. Mondo He-Man can be repaired as we see here. Still in good standings because we fixed his feet. But the 5K Toys Peter B jacket and sweatpant combo platter. I don't know. I think the jacket still looks pretty damn cool. Oh wait, here, hang on, we'll see. Here's really the big selling point. Let's see. Before we go, last thing before we go, can he put his hands in his pocket? He can. That's pretty dang good. So can the other one, but just so you know. All right, guys. Love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks. Sorry you had to deal with that awfulness right there. That was super fun, I bet, for all of you. God. You're an embarrassment, Spider-Man. This is me every day. Like, here we go. This is why I like this Spider-Man so much. The squinting eyes, the cup of coffee, and then this perfectly angled splayed hand for this pose. You put the hand on the back, kind of near the hip, but it's more higher up on the back, and you just deal with life. Look at that. Like, oh, what happened? I was up, Jesus, see. Yeah, I was up, last night, probably till about, I don't know, 1 in the morning, and, this wire came out of my coat, so, had to fix that, and then I had to freaking put my sweatpants on, and they were too tight, and I didn't like that. My back hurts. This is him. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. Be nice to your loved ones out there. Be nice to people, even if they can't sew properly. Somebody probably worked really hard on this jacket, so I still really like the jacket. I do like the jacket. I think it's cool. I actually own a jacket like this, so I think it's even cooler that I own it. Here, dude, Spidey, you've done enough. Here, just have a seat. And he's like, oh, God, thank you. Ah, great, I spilled coffee on my pants. All right, I'll see y'all later. Y'all take care. And remember, the impossible takes just a little longer, and sometimes the wire breaks off.